Oh, here we go. Here we go. We are live. And I was having issues with technology again, just pressing buttons. Buttons. But it's all good. It's all good. It's a beautiful sunny day here in Irvine, California, Woodbridge. And this is your local Google guide, as always, saying hello. Where is that? I don't know. We have this thing called Google. You can just put it in, just type it in slowly. And by Irvine, I mean I-R-V-I-N-E. I should go slower. That was too fast. That was too fast. If I go that fast, it's gonna blow my wig off. Anyway, so fun times. We went to La Durac. Again, La Durac. I love this chocolatier Suisse. Anyway, they have a vegan label on it now. Isn't that awesome? I love it. I love it. And then just the other day, I just basically opened the door and there were like 4 bags of Miracle Grow dirt and just a bunch of pots. And I was like, wait a second, I did not order that. Maybe it's a gift from the gods, who knows? My galactic family sent me something. Turns out it's not. It was none of those. It's just a very nice neighbor of ours, and we were just trying to text and email but mostly email all our friends in the neighborhood to see if anybody sent stuff to our address, and I think that was it. So I will be getting in contact with the wonderful person that accidentally sent their stuff over. And we'll make sure that those arrive safely at their house. Because, we want to do things by the book. Anyhow, so this is a rant about DJI. I don't know. I just started the day with things. My squirrel. My mind wanders. Anyway, so just on my way to do some shopping again, because one must do that. I am hoping that. I'm struggling because I bought the wrong motors from Exceed RC, and so I thought, okay, well, fine. I would just return it, no problem, right? It says money back guaranteed. True, money back guaranteed, but they make you pay $4 for shipping, and so that's a pain, right? Because apparently they want the stuff to get back to them fast. But guess what? The stuff arrived on a weekend. They're not in the store. And so, yay. That means that, we wasted $4 for nothing because they couldn't pick up the stuff. And so 2 days have gone by, and now I'm hoping that today will be the day that they receive it and send a refund. But, what are you going to do, guys? What are you going to do, right? It's not like the old days, and not all the eBay companies that you work with. It's just, the famous money-back guarantee kind of thing. Apparently, this company here, Exceed RC, I won't say the exact name of the shop on eBay because I don't want to get in trouble. But I'm just saying it, just putting it out there, guys. Be careful. Sometimes you'll buy a product, and sure, it was my mistake. I bought the wrong size. I went by a YouTube video. They had the size of the coin as comparison and all that stuff. So I thought, okay, this is pretty ironclad. I won't get this wrong. This time. I was trying to find the proper sheet on the specifics and all that stuff with the numbers and all that on their website, and it was hard to find, and you can't really tell because it's the KV motor and all this new stuff, and I'm not really familiar with any of that stuff. So anyway, especially when it comes to plane motors and stuff. So anyway, I did all the research and all that stuff, but I eventually lost $4 in the transaction. So I will be hopefully getting my money back. I put it nice and neat back in the package, made sure that it was wrapped with nice tape and all that stuff, so they will receive them in the same condition that they send them to me. But I'm $4 short now of the purchase, so I'm hoping that with that $4 shortage, I can still buy some replacement. Because what I'm going to get instead is I bought one of the small motors for the plane that I plan to make, and what I'm going to need is a bunch of ESCs to make sure that it runs the way that I want it to. And so ESCs, if you guys don't know, is just basically some electronics that allow you to connect a battery to that, and then that powers the receiver. The receiver is the thing that you connect all the other components to, such as motors and stuff, and you know, like the servos and stuff like that. You connect that to the receiver. But anyway, the ESC is important because without the ESC you can't power the receiver. And so as usual, we have a bunch of stuff going on here. Anyhow, so I'm happy that I mentioned all those things, but the DJI problem was very significant because I was trying to live stream. I would have done a nice live stream today from a beautiful park. I went to a beautiful park today, close to South Coast Plaza. It was fantastic. Close to the South Coast Repertory, a beautiful place where you can go to watch actors perform, but also you can learn an act over there too. So double win, whatever you want to do. But anyway, so yeah, I was there. I flew a couple of drones. I showed people through my flight the importance of having side sensors on the mini drones. The mini drones, let's face it, the majority of people are not going to care about having obstacle avoidance unless you're using tracking and stuff like that. If you're not using tracking, and a lot of people who are in the hobby that are not professionals, but even professionals, often just turn those things off because they're just a pain and not useful for many different applications. But what is always going to be useful in any application is side sensors on the drones, because if you're doing a nice circling shot around an object, your camera is going to see just fine, and you as a content creator are trying to make sure that the object that you're flying around stays in frame. So you can't really be watching the drone and watching the screen at the same time. It's one of the things that we struggle with as human beings. We can't separate our vision in ways like the geckos and a bunch of other like lizards can do. So maybe one eye on one thing, one eye on the other thing. We don't have the capabilities to do that. And so, because of this small issue, it's very important that the vehicle itself has side sensors to tell you, wait, there's a branch, right? And so in that demo, in that video, I show you guys what happens if it doesn't, in which case I gently smacked that branch and the drone came down and it just flopped. So it was going to be a very big issue, but turned out it was not, because all that happened was that the drone fell. It hit the ground hard enough that the battery came out, and so that's why we lost signal with the drone and all that stuff. And we had this message pop up as in motor is not spinning or whatever, but you know, that was just overkill, but it's fine. Once the battery was pushed back into the drone, there were no scuff marks on any of the blades or anything like that, because I was just showing you guys what would happen. And it happens all the time to people who fly drones. Whether you're doing a nice panning shot, going left to right or right to left, or whether you're circling an object, if you don't have side sensors, you run the risk of smacking into stuff, and it will happen. It will happen more than if you're just going straight towards an object, because you can see from the camera, you will be able to see what's coming. And sometimes you'll smack things if you are driving your drone backwards, because you can't see what it is, where it's going. And some people decide to fly their drones far out where they have nothing, where it's just too far for them to see, which is bad. And the FAA doesn't want you to do that anyway. So there's that. So I definitely demonstrated today the importance of having side sensors, especially on beginner drones such as the DJI Mini 2. It'd be awesome if DJI went and remade that drone at some point, because to be honest, the Mini 3 is not that good. It's really not that good. At least I wouldn't buy it. And the reason why I wouldn't buy it is because I like to do a bunch of hovering stuff, and there's a lot of stuff that I like to do, which the DJI Mini 3 is not really designed for. It's not very good. When you hover, apparently the battery drains out, and that would suck, right? Because, you know, it's important to be able to do that. So, especially if you fly the way that I fly. So, yeah, because I mostly make videos of tours and stuff and just show you, hey, check out, this is a little park, and you got the signage here, so if you can't stop to show the sign, or you know, you stop and you're showing like wildlife or whatever it is, that's kind of a downer for me. So I definitely will not be getting the Mini 3 for that reason there, but we'll do lots of comedy videos with other drones and stuff. Anyhow, I'm off to do some shopping. I'm really glad that they put this label on here. I love this Swiss chocolate. In case you guys didn't know, you can get it from South Coast Plaza. I was right there this morning where I wanted to do a live stream again, as I said, from the drone, and it kept failing. And it's RMTP, something like that. There's this key that you need to put in from your YouTube onto the drone's app, and then you're supposed to be able to use this key to live stream. I put in the key, everything, so it recognizes the key, but then it just does 10 seconds of live stream and quits out every single time. I don't know how to fix that. Some might say just get the latest version of the DJI app, but to be perfectly honest, I hope there's a better way, because I don't want to update. I'm so tired of the update. The Hubson, they all just want to update. And most of the time when you update, you either lose features or something else happens or whatever it is, and I'm just tired of it. So back in the old days, before all this technology was around, you just bought the drone, and the drone came with good software. And the software was enough to drive your drone, fly your drone, or whatever other vehicle. No questions asked. It was just fantastic. You never had to do an update ever again. The technology that came with it was fine. But not today. Not today, not anymore. That's not possible anymore. Now it's everything that you buy, even Toyota, and I keep getting upset with the on-screen thing here on the Toyota too. I love Toyota. You can go through my entire channel. I'm always singing the praises of Toyota, but Toyota and all the other companies, please find a way to create software that is decent out of the box and doesn't have to be constantly updated. It's a real drag. It's abuse. It's abuse. The young generations will tell you it's abuse. Anyway, that's my rant for the day. I hope you guys had a good time. Hope you guys are having a wonderful week. And yeah, I'll see you soon in the next one. Take care, guys.